We're ranking 10 absolute fire anime where awkward, invisible, or emotionally armored boys actually find real connection. Soft hearts, sharp writing, big feels ahead. We begin with number 10. Number 10, The Dangers in My Heart, Boku no Kokoro no Yabayatsu. You think this is just another school romance with an edgy loner lead? Yeah, that's the lie. The premise is simple. Kyotaro is socially isolated, lives in his own dark fantasies, and barely functions around classmates. The twist is how brutally honest the show is about middle school awkwardness, then how gently it transforms that cringe into something uncomfortably real and weirdly beautiful. I'm going to be honest with you. The cafeteria and library scenes hit like emotional close-ups on anxiety itself. You can almost hear his heartbeat whenever Yamada gets too close. The animation leans expressive over flashy. Tiny eye shifts, fidgeting hands, awkward pauses, and those silent micro-reactions that say more than any speech. Don't watch this half asleep. If you've ever overthought one text for 2 hours, this is your jam. Moving on to number 9. Number 9, Tsukigakure. You want loud drama, love triangles, and chaotic misunderstandings every episode? This ain't that. Tsukigakure is a quiet storm. Premise, 2 shy middle schoolers catch feelings. Twist, it treats first love like a fragile secret, not a spectacle, and somehow makes typing dots in a chat feel more intense than a battle arc. The vibe is serene, almost weightless, then suddenly suffocating when social pressure creeps in. Hallways feel too bright, train rides too long, festival nights too short. I'm going to be honest with you. This show weaponizes silence. Characters hesitate mid-sentence, glance away, and leave things unsaid. And that restraint hurts in the best way. Character dynamics are where this becomes absolute fire. Kotaro and Akane are shy in different ways. He's internally guarded, she's socially uncertain, so every tiny step forward feels earned. Buckle up for a soft burn romance that punches harder than most dramatic shows. If subtle emotional tension is your thing, this will ruin you. Now looking at number 8. Number 8, Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, Kubo-san mo Yuramai. Ever felt like an NPC in your own life? Yeah, Junta Shiraishi basically lives that nightmare. Premise, he's so unnoticed that people literally miss him in plain sight. Twist, one girl, Kubo, sees him clearly and decides he's absolutely not allowed to fade into the background anymore. This one runs on charm, but don't confuse that with shallow. The emotional core is low-key and surprisingly warm. I'm going to be honest with you. The best scenes are tiny, hallway teases, class interactions, convenience store moments, and those pocket-sized wins where Shiraishi realizes he exists to someone. It's aura farming through kindness. Sound design leans light and gentle, with upbeat cues that never overpower emotional beats. The OST makes everyday school life feel a little magical without pretending it's fantasy. Kubo and Shiraishi's dynamic is teasing but respectful, mischievous but sincere. If you've ever wanted a romance that feels like sunshine after social exhaustion, this is a sleeper hit. If wholesome progression with genuine emotional growth is your lane, do not skip this. Climbing up to number 7. Number 7, Horimiya. You think the shy boy angle won't survive in a show this popular? Think again. Premise, at school, Miyamura is quiet, gloomy, and basically invisible. Outside school, he's a different person entirely. Twist. Horimi sees both versions early, and their relationship starts where most anime would save for the finale. I'm going to be honest with you. Horimiya feels like romance after the masks come off. The pacing is fast but emotionally grounded. Instead of dragging confession drama forever, it explores what happens after connection. Comfort, insecurity, boundaries, jealousy, and the awkward joy of being known. Animation style is crisp and expressive, with warm lighting and sharp comedic timing. The direction excels at tone switches. 1 second you're laughing at chaotic friend energy, next second you're in a quiet scene that hits your chest. Don't watch this expecting constant melodrama. Watch it for the chemistry, the emotional honesty, and the way it respects young love without turning it into cartoon chaos. If you want romance that balances heart, humor, and real vulnerability, this is absolute fire. Sliding into number 6. Number 6, Say I Love You. You want a socially withdrawn male lead who isn't just awkward cute, but emotionally complicated? Here we go. Premise. Mei is closed off, Yamato is popular, and their worlds collide. Twist for this list. Yamato's confident exterior hides his own loneliness, pressure, and fear of superficial love, making the relationship a two-way healing process. The vibe is more grounded and raw than fluffy. School corridors feel tense, rumors feel toxic, and every confession scene carries actual risk. I'm going to be honest with you. This anime understands emotional defense mechanisms. People lash out, misread intentions, and sabotage closeness because being seen is terrifying. Visually, it uses softer palettes with occasional stark framing when tension spikes. Close-ups matter here. Eyes drifting away, lips hesitating, shoulders stiffening before difficult words. The direction gives emotional beats time to breathe, which makes painful moments linger longer than you expect. OST and sound design stay restrained, often letting silence do the damage. When music does swell, it feels like relief after emotional suffocation. Yamato and Mei's dynamic is compelling because attraction is only step one. Trust is the real battlefield. Their growth is messy, sometimes frustrating, and that's exactly why it works. If you've ever felt like affection is easy, but trust is hard, this series will hit home. If you want romance with emotional bruises, hard conversations, and real payoff, buckle up and press play. Halfway point number 5. Number 5, My Little Monster. You think antisocial means quiet and gentle every time? Nah, sometimes it's chaotic, impulsive, and socially offbeat. Premise: Haru is academically gifted, emotionally unpredictable, and totally disconnected from normal social behavior. Twist: his bond with Shizuku turns from odd comedy into a sharp, heartfelt exploration of emotional literacy. The show's energy is wild in the best way. One minute, it's hilarious classroom chaos. Next minute, it's an uncomfortable emotional standoff where nobody has the right words. I'm going to be honest with you. Haru's problem isn't just shyness, it's social miscalibration. He feels deeply, but expresses it like a glitchy storm. Art direction is bright and kinetic, with exaggerated comedic animation that snaps into sincerity when stakes rise. Facial acting is excellent. Confusion, embarrassment, sudden vulnerability, all readable in a second. The pacing keeps you engaged because it's never emotionally flat. Don't watch this expecting polished romance etiquette. Watch it for messy people learning how to connect without a manual. If your favorite love stories are chaotic, funny, and surprisingly sincere, this one is criminally underrated and absolutely worth your time. Now entering number 4. Number 4, Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. Kawaii Dakina-san. You think this is only about a cool girlfriend protecting a clumsy guy? That's the surface. Premise: Izumi is gentle, unlucky, and socially soft-spoken. Shikimori is stylish, capable, and intimidatingly composed. Twist: beneath the cute role reversal gimmick is a sweet portrait of a shy boy learning confidence because someone consistently believes in him. The vibe is breezy and affectionate, with slices of school life that feel comforting instead of noisy. I'm going to be honest with you, the magic is in repetition. Small rescues, teasing smiles, quiet gratitude, and micro moments where Izumi stops apologizing for existing. That's character growth hiding in plain sight. Animation is polished, colorful, and smooth during those signature Shikimori switches to badass mode shots. Those moments are pure hype, yes, but they also reinforce emotional safety in the relationship. Meanwhile, Izumi's gentler expressions are handled with care, never mocked for softness. If you've ever wanted a romance where kindness is the power fantasy, this is your pick. If wholesome, low-drama relationships with strong chemistry are your comfort zone, don't skip this sleeper hit. Top 3 time, number 3. Number 3, 3D Kanojo Real Girl. Think this is just popular girl fixes awkward otaku boy and we move on? Absolutely not. Premise: Hikari Tsutsui is socially isolated, judged by classmates, and safer in 2D than reality. Twist: when Iroha enters his life, romance becomes less wish fulfillment and more a hard, emotional crash course in trust, timing, and vulnerability. Visually, it's straightforward rather than flashy, but direction focuses on emotional readability. Pauses, framing distance, and expression timing do serious work. The OST leans sentimental, sometimes bittersweet, often amplifying that I'm happy but scared emotional cocktail. Tsutsui and Iroha's dynamic is the core weapon. She's forward but not flawless. He's withdrawn but deeply sincere. Their relationship confronts insecurity, jealousy, social stigma, and future uncertainty with surprising maturity. And yes, some arcs hit like trucks when you least expect it. Don't watch this if you want purely comfy romance. Watch this if you want stakes, tears, and meaningful character transformation. If you've ever feared real connection because it might hurt, this one will read you like a book. Runner-up zone. Number 2. Number 2. Bottom-tier character Tomazaki. You ever feel like social life has hidden mechanics you never learned? Tomazaki turns that anxiety into the whole premise. He's a top-tier gamer, but an antisocial boy in real life, convinced he rolled terrible stats. Twist, instead of magical popularity, he gets a structured, uncomfortable, sometimes controversial path toward self-improvement, and romance emerges through that evolution. I'm going to be honest with you. This anime is sneaky smart. It frames confidence like skill acquisition, observation, practice, failure, patch notes. Scenes in classrooms, cafes, and group hangouts feel like tactical missions, but emotionally grounded. You can feel Tomazaki overclocking in real time whenever conversations go off script. If you like romance tied to personal development and social strategy, this is God tier. If awkward guy learns the game of life without losing his soul sounds good, don't miss it. And finally, number 1. Number 1. My teen romantic comedy snafu, Origairu. You thought this list would end anywhere else? No chance. Premise. Hachiman is sharp, cynical, socially isolated, and fully convinced genuine youth culture is fake. Twist. Under all that sarcasm sits one of anime's most layered portrayals of an antisocial boy learning intimacy, honesty, and emotional responsibility through painfully complex relationships. The vibe is razor-edged and introspective. Classrooms, club rooms, and event prep meetings become psychological battlegrounds. Conversations sound polite, but subtext is explosive. I'm going to be honest with you. This show trusts you to read between lines. No spoon-feeding, no cheap catharsis, just dense emotional chess. Hachiman's dynamic with Yukino and Yui is legendary because nobody is emotionally simple. Everyone wants connection, but fear, pride, and self-protection keep corrupting sincerity. The show dissects helping people versus being honest, then asks what genuine love costs when you stop hiding behind roles. If this ranking cooked, drop your top 3 and your hottest takes below. Which shy boy romance hit hardest and who got robbed? Debate me respectfully in comments, then share